I think the most important thing is we all felt a little disappointed on the night. We didn't get the win, but the guys fought hard. We created chances. Things just didn't go our way. If we weren't creating chances, I'd be worried. But we're getting looks and we're getting opportunities, and sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. But more importantly, we won 17 games. I give the guys a lot of credit. Third most wins in the club's history. If you go back to the first 2 years when they won 20 and I think 18, if you look at it, they had the shootouts back then. So if you recalculated the first year, they got 18 wins, and the second year they really had 15 wins. So in theory, this is the second most wins in the club's history. So got a lot to be proud of. The guys on the year, had the most points in the history of the club, 57. So a lot of positive things to build on. I think it ends the season up, and we felt a little bit short. We like to not had the playing game, but we move forward, and we're looking forward to the opportunity with Houston. And I think the guys have had a tremendous year, and now the new challenge comes. And I think we've got to believe in ourselves, and I know the guys do. And with every setback, there's the next challenge. And I think the guys are looking forward to Wednesday with Houston. And it's going to be tough. They're a playoff team, and obviously we are as well. But they're a veteran team that went to the finals last year, and they've got some guys that have been in the league quite at some time and won some championships. So we'll have our work cut out for us. But I know our guys will be ready. And I think for Chicago and the fans and the organization, not being in the playoff for 2 years, this is what we're all about. Was our biggest goal to get in there, and the guys did it, and now let's take the next step and make a run at it. We talked to the guys today about, you look a few years back when Salt Lake beat us here in the Eastern Conference Final, and they went on to win it. They got in literally on the last day in the season, and they made the playoffs by 1 point. And, New York as well a few years ago got all the way to the final, got into the playoffs on the last type of game. So anything can happen. The most important thing is we got ourselves in this position, and that's what we wanted to do. And now the challenge is ahead of us, and we're looking forward to Wednesday. We need a good crowd here, obviously, and, get behind us like the last game with D.C., and we'll put our best foot forward and make a run at things.